The harmattan wind scraped the earth bare in the outskirts of Ilorin, coating every roadside plank and face in powdery dust. Inside a dilapidated secondary school hall, the final whistle of the race echoed through the compound. Lekin lay on the cracked track, his chest heaving, face buried in his arms, not from exhaustion, but from shame. Last, again, the other boys had already left the finish line, laughing and clapping each other on the back. Their spikes were sharp, their legs long, their jerseys stitched with pride. Lekin's shorts were faded and loose, his shoes torn at the sides. He had run like he always did, slow, off balance, and forgotten. A few SS2 students watching from the edge snickered. "Why does he even try?" one muttered. "Even the girls beat him." Lekin heard. He always did. He walked home in silence, passing the mechanic shop where his uncle worked. His uncle barely looked up from under a bonnet. "How was school?" Lekin just shrugged. "Still losing?" He nodded once. "Good," the Mun said. "Maybe it'll teach you to stop dreaming nonsense." His uncle wasn't cruel, just tired. Life had taken too much from him already. After Lekin's mother died and his father vanished into Lagos traffic one day and never came back, it was this man who fed him, clothed him, but love didn't live in that house. Only duty. Lekin's room was the corner of a store, with a mat, 2 t-shirts, and an empty biscuit tin where he kept his medals, none of them gold, none of them real, just local certificates for participation that still meant something to him. But that night, something broke inside him. He tore the certificates in half. He was tired of finishing last, tired of hearing, "You've got good heart, but heart doesn't win races." Tired of carrying hope like a burden. The next morning, Lekin did not go to school. He ran instead, down the red dust road, past the mosque, through the tiny farms where goats wandered free. He ran until his legs burned and the voices in his head grew quiet. Then he found an abandoned football pitch with overgrown grass and worn-out tires at the corners. He claimed it. Every morning before the sun rose, he ran drills on that field, barefoot sometimes, hungry often. He watched old races with a phone at night, mimicked the movements, practiced his starts, studied his breathing. No coach, no stopwatch, just rage and prayer. He avoided school sports days, avoided mockery, avoided people, until one Saturday in March, there was an open zonal athletics trial. Schools from Ogbomosho to Offa gathered at Kwara Stadium. The gate was open. Lekin walked in with a pair of borrowed spikes too tight for his feet and a faded shirt with no school name. He didn't register, but as one runner twisted his ankle during warm-ups, the officials asked for a last-minute replacement. The coach from one private school sighed and said, "Let that boy try." The one loitering by the fence. Lekin stepped onto the track. "Don't disgrace us," one coach muttered. The gun fired. What happened in the next 11.9 seconds would be spoken about for months. Lekin exploded off the line. Not the fastest start, but his legs, trained by months of silent pain, moved with rhythm, violence, purpose. He didn't just run. He attacked the track. By the 80-meter mark, the other boys were trying to catch him. They didn't. He finished first, then collapsed to the ground, again. But this time, in stunned disbelief, the stadium was quiet. Then it erupted. A man in a blue jacket approached him. Coach Bode from the Kwara State Sports Council. "What's your name?" "Boy." "Lekin," he panted. "You trained before." "By myself." Coach Bode studied him, then said, "You're not polished, but you're pure. Come see me Monday. We have a camp. Let's see what you really have." That camp changed Lekin's life. He got real training, real shoes, real meals. Other boys mocked his village form at first, until he started beating them too. 6 months later, Lekin represented Kwara State at the National Youth Games. He didn't win gold. He came fourth, but this time, It was Nigeria watching, scouts watching, coaches watching, and they remembered a boy with no school shirt and fire in his legs. Today, 3 years later, Lekan Adebayo is a national 200-meter silver medalist. He speaks softly, still doesn't smile much. But when a young boy once asked him, "How did you become a legend?" Lekan simply said, "Because I was tired of being last, and I trained when nobody clapped."